Hello and welcome to Talk Bowling, episode 93. I'm John Conger.
I'm Tony Rucco. Talk Bowling is proud to be bringing you the latest information from the bowling industry, bowling tips, and updates on the largest internet bowling website, bowlingballcom.
Right. Are you ready for a long question?
Sure, I'm ready to get into it. I've been kind of in and out and doing some training the last couple weeks, so John's been handling most of these. So I'm going to read the question on this one because I read it about 2 minutes ago for the first time. So we're gonna get into this right here. Hopefully we answer your question. This one's from Michael. He says, I recently bowled on a particularly challenging lane condition that completely baffled me. Any ball, even plastic, left of 10 at around 25 to 30 feet would check hard left no matter where I released it on the approach. In several games, the only look I could find was standing 39 and looking 13 at the arrows with a stronger ball. The lanes were synthetic the first 15 feet or so and wood the rest of the way, and after several visits, I'm wondering if that is why I'm having such a problem. My first question is, how would you attack such a lane differently than a lane that is completely synthetic? My second question is, if I were to bowl for an extended amount of time, like a tournament or something on this condition, how the heck would I adjust from that spot with the weird checkpoint just to the left? Just hope to be able to downshell. Thanks for all you do, Michael.
No clue what he meant by downshell.
I'm assuming he means going to a weaker cover stock.
Right. That's what I thought. But
okay, so your first question is, how do you attack such a lane differently than a lane that is completely synthetic? Did you answer that one?
No. Because
okay.
I've bowled on different ones, but not half-half.
You're going to get what you described is exactly what you're going to typically see. Wood lanes absorb oil. Synthetic lanes, the oil tends to either stay or move as the balls go over it. So what you're going to see is you're going to see a pretty clean motion through that first whatever they have synthetic. And then as the night goes on, you're going to see the wood part of the lane dry out quite a bit. So yeah, depending on how long they go with synthetics, you're going to get your break point is just, you're going to have to adjust your break point. Typically, you end up getting pretty deep on that kind of condition. There's usually not a lot of room to play in the track part of the lane because that oil in the front's going to be okay, but as soon as you cross into the wood, that oil gets soaked up by the balls, by the wood. It gets moved around very oddly. So you don't see a whole lot of that anymore. A lot of places I think have understood that and gone completely synthetic, but that's going to depend a lot on what kind of ball you have, how you throw the ball, how they oil the lanes. So that's a tough one, but you're going to typically see a lot of hook when the ball gets to the wood because that's how wood tends to react. And then
the other part, he said, standing 39, 13 at the arrows, that seems awfully...
Well, again, we don't know if this guy is a huge guy either.
Right.
You know, I've talked to you before about swing planes, so
right.
He may be just a big guy, and that may be a swing plane. Or, I mean, he could be just because you're looking 13 at the arrows. You've got the dots. You know, you've got a lot. There's a line you can make there. If he's 39 and that's a tough one because he says standing 39, he could be sliding 32 for all we know.
Right.
So that's a tough one. His second question is, if I were to bowl an extended amount of time, like a tournament or something on this condition, how the heck would I adjust from that spot with the weird checkpoint just to the left?
Well, I addressed a little bit up here about the ball left to 10. Sounds like a reverse block oil pattern. Possibly accurate, don't know. Just seems like it's dry in the middle, wetter on the outside. So I was asking a question in here. When you were standing 39, throwing 13, if you'd pushed it too far, did it just continue to slide out if you got it to the right of 10? Or did it slide into the gutter or, just take out the 10 pin? If so, you were possibly bowling on a reverse block, which you need to be a lot more accurate in your shot making. As far as attacking the lanes.
Well, again, it's going to be tough with the half synthetic, half wood. I mean, those tournaments get to be a grind out. Usually, you end up seeing guys in that left gutter. Guys with any kind of hand, you end up seeing them in the left gutter, and a lot of times using some loft because you can take some of the heads out of play and just worry about the rest of the ball motion. These questions are really tough for us, Michael, if you can understand, because we don't know how you throw the ball. We don't get to see you throw the ball, and there's so many variables involved. I'm assuming, like I said, when you say downshell, you mean go to a weaker cover stock. So, yeah, I would think your best bet on extended bowling on that pattern would be to make sure you have a really good arsenal that goes all the way down to possibly a urethane, maybe even a shiny urethane, or maybe a plastic that still has a little bit of a weight block, which you can find some out there, and just have that arsenal ready to go, because it's going to get, if you're bowling a 10 gamer on something like that, it sounds like you're going to get a lot of hook.
Yeah, well, he was saying even plastic, if he got left at 10, he was checking up and not even able to keep it on the lane.
A lot of times I find those when you're rolling a tournament on that kind of condition, on those kind of lanes, a lot of times the object is to get it around the head pin and make your spares.
Right.
And come out of there, with a 190 or 2-0, because there's not many people that are going to, everything you're describing sounds like just a total mess. So,
I put in here practice. You don't always have to hook the ball. Change your hand position. Try staying behind it, throwing it a little straighter up the boards. I was talking about the accuracy before. Don't worry about scoring. Go to practice shot making. Try to keep it straight up the gutter.
Yeah, obviously having more accuracy is going to help, because if you got to know you're hitting what you think you're hitting to make the correct move. So
right, and
that works.
Practicing will build your confidence, and confidence is what you need to score better.
There you go.
All right, how are they going to contact us?
You can contact us by emailing us at questions@talkbowling.com. You can leave a comment on talkbowling.com on any episode, or on Twitter you can communicate with us. We are at talkbowling.
Yes. And this episode is brought to you by Foot Action. I'm sure everyone has heard of Foot Action. It's a great shoe store with every type of shoe. Foot Action has what you need to be first, fast, and best with head-to-toe sport-inspired style. Talk Bowling viewers can save 10% off any order over $50 by using promotion code AFTALKFA. However, shoes are expensive, and you will more than likely spend more than $75. So use promotion code AFBOWLFA to save 15% instead. We're a paid affiliate of Foot Action. That means we only get paid when you shop. Help support us by supporting our sponsors.
There you go. People seem to like Foot Action.
Yes.
If I remember right. Last week's question, or last episode's question, is where did the term turkey originate? And the answer is sometime in the late 1800s to early 1900s, bowling proprietors would give out prizes for those people that could bowl 3 strikes in a row. The most common was a free turkey for the first person to bowl 3 consecutive strikes. So there you go. A lot of people ask that question. I was just asked that question at state tournament.
Actually, I think I've talked about that on PBA before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he came up with the ham bone thing.
Yeah.
That annoying part.
Where did the term ham bone originate?
This week's question is, who rolled the first 300 games sanctioned by the ABC, now the USBC, when was it bowled?
I'm surprised we haven't asked that one before.
We may have. We're 93 episodes deep now, so we may have some repetition.
There's not that many bowling-related questions.
Yeah.
All right. Just want to remind you guys about the contest. Every week, bowlingballcom gives away a brand new bowling ball. Check that out. You have to sign up every week to be in the drawing. It's not a sign up once and you're always in.
Right.
So come back, sign up again. Bowlingboards.com is a forum where bowlers can go and just talk about the sport, just communicate with other bowlers. Participate in the conversation just by posting. You are entering yourself into the bowlingboards.com contest for a free bowling ball every month.
Awesome. A quick side note. We've had state tournament at one of our bowling centers here in Ormond Beach, and I've had a lot of people come up and say they really like our show. They really like watching our videos, so I want to tell everyone thank you. And if you have any suggestions, a couple guys had some really good suggestions, and unfortunately I don't remember them at this point. I was probably in the middle of a long day, but if you did have some suggestions or something you wanted to see us do, email us. A couple people I gave my card and they could email me directly, but if not, just email us at the questions at Talk Bowling and we'll see what we can do. Quite a few people came up to me like, yeah, that's me. Give me that questioning look. So
you look familiar. Where do I know you from?
Where do I know you from? So anyway, it's been fun. And we have 5 new ball releases real quickly to talk about. I don't have anything more. Probably by the time this airs, there'll be some more information. Brunswick, real quickly, has some ball releases with the release date or the information date hasn't hit yet, so we can't talk about those. Storm and Rotogrip have 5 new releases. 2 balls from Storm, the Victory Road Solid and the Marvel Pearl, which are both second generation to the previous balls. And then Rotogrip has New Theory, the Critical Theory, and the Bandit and the Outlaw, which are new balls in their Sword line. Those are both releasing on August 9th.
And the 2 Storm balls were July 11th.
Yes, I'm sorry, they were July 11th, or are July 11th.
Possibly, we don't. Depending on when this airs, it could be Word.
Sure.
We'll see.
Check out the videos.
They are all up online as we speak. All right. In closing, please remember that bowlingballcom is free shipping on every item every day. No handling fees, no packaging fees, no added insurance fees. The price shown is the price you pay at checkout. No surprises.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.